Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if it's your first time here. Today I did this makeup look using my old favorites. So this was really fun to film because I got to use things that I rarely ever use. It made me dig deep in my drawers. So I'm excited to show you how I got this look. But before we get into it, if you are new here, hi, I'm Kendra. I post 3 beauty/lifestyle videos a week and I hope you stick around. I hope you subscribe. You should definitely subscribe so you want to see those videos and you don't want to miss them, you know? Don't forget to check out my social medias. They'll be on the screen right now, but also listed down below in the description box if you want to see them. But I will let us all just get on into the video. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with the... Nope, I grabbed the wrong thing. I'll be right back. I'm back. Okay, so I'm gonna first start off with the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. This was, and still is, one of my favorites, but it's been a favorite for over a year now, so it is like an older favorite. I would have used the Too Faced Hangover RX Primer, but I'm all out and I haven't picked up a new one. But that is like the ultimate old favorite for me, because that was like the first primer I ever used, like 4 years ago, before I even knew primer was a thing. And then this has been a favorite for quite some time too, so I'm going to take my Smashbox Primer Water. You guys know I always use this. Not cheating because it is an old favorite, it's just still a favorite I use, even though I'm gonna try and use more favorites that are old that I don't use as often anymore. Okay, something I haven't used in literally what feels like ages. I have the Becca Aqua Luminous Foundation. Now I loved this and then I stopped using it, and then I've heard a lot of bad things about it, so I can't even remember like how I felt. All I knew is I used to love it. So I'm just gonna try and do a light layer just because I don't want anything crazy right now, and also I don't wanna look cakey, which are the bad reviews I've read about it, but every other Becca product I'm obsessed with. So this is shake well, so I gotta get it good. Okay, light layer foundation is on. I don't see a problem with it. This looks just like how I remember it. So now let's go into concealer. I'm taking my Tarte Shape Tape, which I recently just repurchased, and I have been using it recently, but a year ago, a year and a half ago, this was my favorite. So this is an old favorite for me, and I'm gonna use a little bit of my Wet n Wild Photofocus concealer because I only have one shade in the Tarte Shape Tape, and sometimes I like to mix concealers so that it's not just a bunch of crazy bright concealer, it's a little bit more natural looking. And this one is better at concealing blemishes because it is closer to my skin tone. I wish I had a Tarte Shape Tape closer to my skin tone, but right now I don't. So I am just working with this. Now that we are looking quite ghostly, I'm going to take my Cover FX Loose Translucent Setting Powder to set my under eyes. This is definitely an old favorite, you guys. This was my fave. It still is such a great powder. But this is what I'm gonna use to set my under eyes, and yeah. My old favorite face powders are the Wet n Wild Photofocus powder and the Hourglass. These are still things I use, I just don't use them nearly as much because I have new favorites. But I am going to just do a light dusting of both, kind of, because this is more of a super tacky foundation, like it does not set. So we're taking a little bit of this powder, I'm just using the viewfinder as a mirror, and then a little bit of the Hourglass powder because it's just such a pretty powder, like, honestly. And the nice thing with these powders is they are so lightweight. They don't make you feel dry, they don't make you, like, especially me who has really, really dry skin, they don't make you feel dry, they don't like cake up or anything. Especially the Hourglass powder, it is the smoothest, like, non-powdery powder ever, and it looks so good on your skin, trust me. I don't have any old eyebrow favorites, I don't have any old eyeshadow primer favorites, so what I'm gonna do, hop off camera, do my eyebrows, prime my eyes for eyeshadow, and then we'll get on into my old eyeshadow favorites. Okay guys, so when it comes to eyeshadow palettes, my old favorites, like the oldest eyeshadow palette, besides the Naked 2 palette, is the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette. I love this. And then also the Too Faced, let's see, Chocolate Bar palette. This is the original Chocolate Bar palette. These are the two that come to mind when I think of old favorites. I thought of using the Modern Renaissance palette, but that was like, that's an old favorite and still a favorite. But like the old favorites have to be these guys. So I think I'm just going to do like a really simple look because not only am I short on time, but also I'm being lazy today. So I think we are just going to use a few shades for each palette. All right, for the crease, I'm just gonna jump into Mocha, which is this shade right here in the Chocolate Bonbons palette. Okay, going into the Chocolate Bar palette, I'm just gonna take a little bit of Semi-Sweet, which is this matte medium brown right here. I actually think I'm gonna mix it with Milk Chocolate, which is that one. Just take a little bit of both. Okay, now back into the Chocolate Bar palette. I'm gonna take Marzipan, which is that shade right there. And I already have it on my finger, so I'm just gonna apply it with my finger. This is funny because this is like a super basic look. Like, not only is this using old favorites, but it's almost like applying the makeup in an old favorite way. I'm gonna take it a little bit more on a brush and spray the brush just to like intensify that shade. And then for the lower lash line, I'm just gonna jump back into Mocha. And I'm gonna take this shade right here called Divinity and just highlight the brow bone. Super basic, super easy look. That's all I wanted today, was basic and easy. Okay, now moving on to bronzer, I'm gonna take my Becca Sunlit bronzer. This was definitely an old favorite. It is still a favorite to this day, still a good favorite. But I definitely use some other bronzers more. This is one of my top 3 favorite bronzers, I would say. But when I find a good bronzer, a lot of times I just stick with it, you know? I have the shade Capri Coast, by the way, in this bronzer. Capri Coast is my favorite shade. Okay, now for the blush old favorite, I'm going to take my Milani Luminoso, which is still something I use all the time. I'm not sure if it really matches this eyeshadow look, but who cares? That's the kind of mood I'm in right now. Good to go. You know what, to warm up the eyes, I think I might take a little bit of this Baked Blush in Luminoso and run it through the crease. Hope this doesn't ruin everything. Just going with my gut here. Just messing around a little bit. That was fun, that's cute. Okay, and now for highlighter. This was like my first high-end highlighter I ever bought. Back in the day, I used to just use one of the shades, I forget the name, in the Naked 2 palette. And then one day I bought myself one of these, and this was the first high-end highlighter I've ever bought. It's actually quite old, so hopefully it's not that gross. It was like right after this Sun Dipped one came out too. So I think I'm gonna mix these 2 shades. We have Summer and Moonstone, and I'm just gonna mix them too because that's what I used to do back in the day. I forgot how pretty these highlighters are, but I literally never use them anymore. I just feel like there are better formulas out there. Not that this is a bad formula at all, but it's just not my favorite. Also, like, when I first bought it, I loved the combination of colors, but I don't love the combination of colors anymore. For professional makeup artists, it's wonderful because you have something for every skin tone, but for somebody like who's just doing day-to-day makeup on themselves, I would suggest, like, I know you get more bang for your buck when you buy a palette, but I'd almost suggest like splurging on 1 or 2 like full size that you love because you're just not gonna use this whole thing. I have 2 old favorite facial setting sprays, but I don't have them anymore. Unfortunately, they ran out and I have yet to pick up a new one, and that is the Milani Make It Last and the Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray. Those are still favorites of mine. I still love them, but it's really expensive when you run out of makeup and you need to pick up a bunch. It's not cheap, so I haven't done it yet. So I'm just gonna take my Mario Badescu facial spray with aloe, cucumber, and green tea, which is still one of my favorites, and it's an old favorite, so it still kind of works, you know? And then I'm just gonna top it off with a little bit of my Smashbox. Because I have had eyelash extensions for so long and I've only had them off the last 3 months, I don't have an old favorite mascara, but just in case you're wondering, the mascaras I use are the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes Marc Jacobs, what is it called? Velvet Noir in the Pixie lower lash. I'm just gonna do that really fast. I'll be right back with you and we can apply a lipstick. Okay guys, so our mascara is on. And last but not least, we have the lipstick. This lipstick has to be my old favorite. Still love it, but it was just such a movement for me. And that is the Jeffree Star Celebrity Skin Velour Liquid Lipstick. That is what I'm going to apply today. It is super easy to apply. It's such a great formula and it's a great nude. Okay guys, please excuse the fact that my hair is still wet from my shower, but this is the final look. This is using my old favorites. I'm not obsessed with the eye look I did, but I just feel like I'm in a rush. I'm starving. Dinner's ready. I gotta get out there and eat. A lot of these things I still love to this day. A lot of these things I rarely pick up. The things I rarely pick up are the foundation, but I do like the way it looks, so maybe I need to use that more. And then the two Too Faced palettes. I just have so many freaking palettes. Like, it's not because they're bad, it's just because I have so many out there. And then the ABH Glow Kit. I thought about giving this away so many times, but it's so nostalgic for me in my makeup journey, so I haven't. It's a really great glow kit. Really great glow kit. Really great highlighter formula. Yes, it's a great glow kit as well, but I just don't reach for it. I don't love the shades. They look really pretty on the skin. They're just not my favorite, but I've held on to it because it is so nostalgic, as I said. Okay, you guys, well, thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please let me know by giving this video a thumbs up. Just click that little thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe if you are new here. Check out all the 3 beauty/lifestyle videos I post a week. And don't forget to leave me a comment down below if any of these are your old favorites or current favorites, or what products are your current favorites that I should try out. Let me know down below. Don't forget to check out my social medias if you'd like to. They'll be on the screen, also listed down below in the description box. But I will let you guys go. Have a great morning, noon, evening, day, night, whenever it happens to be that you're watching this video. And I will see you at my next one. Bye!